Good day, ladies and gentlemen. Well, welcome to our week 15 paper preview video. This day, the 9th of October 2023, in the ongoing 2023-2024 UK football season, which is a red coupon week, for which we're bringing you the first video for the week, wherein we're taking through the pages of the three major journals which we use on this channel, which are namely the Special Advanced Fixture, the Right On Football Fixture, and the Pools Telegraph. And while showing you the pages of these papers, we'll be bringing you the areas we'll be taking our focus from, showing you in maybe not in details, but this time around. But when come our subsequent video, we'll be showing you in details the sequence which you have. But during the course of this video recording, we'll also be bringing you games from our Right On Football Fixture, which we have two bankers as it were, number 2 and numbers 41. While we also have a winning line to be presented during the course of this video recording, and that is telling us that numbers 47, 49, and 32 is 3 games for 2 draws. Therefore, if you add the one banker each of number 2 and 41, that makes it 5 games, which we expect to give you a minimum of 4 draws. But if it gives you 3 draws, well, still a winning line. If it gives you 5/5, all the best. But we expect these games to actually pull through. That's why we are bringing them your way. And during the course of this video record, we'll also be flipping through what transpired for last weekend without taking much of your time. The videos we made for last week, we did 3 videos. The first one did well because we presented a one banker draw of number 41 from our Right On Football Fixture with a pair also from the Right On Football Fixture of number 9 pairing number 38. And that was a spectacular video because the thumbnail of that video was asking you to chive into the games in case you want cash. Then the thumbnail says for instant cash, bet on banker draw number 41, while pair 9 or 38. And that was exactly what happened. Number 41 put through at the door, draw, while number 9 also drew from the pair. So the one banker and the pair succeeded. But the other videos we made did not fare as well as the first video, because the third video we made for last week presented 3 bankers, which one of them was number 44 that was given to us by Mr. Dominic Henshaw, one of our subscribers on this channel, and he gave us the proof, so we brought that on. We're encouraging him to continue, if he has good games, to also come on board and share with us. We really do appreciate that. I did stake on that game, but the only thing that will happen now is I'll be giving back my money for which I staked the game, because it was postponed at the end of the day. It was given an away draw, so on coupon we couldn't use it, but on the online bet monies will be refunded. So the other 2 bankers were 35, and it was only number 41 that pulled through. So it was 1/3 for the third video. While the second video we made, which was the main video for the week, we presented a winning line which was expected to give us 3 draws, which was number 33 to 39. It was 7 games in all, but it was only number 36 that pulled through as a draw, so we got 1/7 on that. Congratulations to those who sticked on that particular first video. I know a lot of persons did, because they reached out to me during the course of the weekend after the match of number 9 was played on Sunday. Some persons actually reached out to me via WhatsApp and they were very happy, and I am happy, and I thank God for making it possible for us to also deliver in a week. Though the draws were much, but those who sticked online, they got dividend of their bet. So that was what happened for last weekend. Congratulations to those who won with the first video, and those who did not win, sit back, relax, because your winning is very, very near. Now we'll be looking at the first paper for the day, which is the Special Advanced Fixture that we are looking right here in front of us. On the left hand side is the 1 to 49 matches of the coupon fixture for the week. On number 1, we have Calais versus Leighton Orient. That is our League 1 match, and that's the only match from our League 1. Remember, this week is our European Qualifiers Series week, so that's what we're having. From number 2 to number 13, that is our UK League 2 matches from number 2 to numbers 13, while from numbers 14 to numbers 29 is our European Football Qualifiers League. Then on the right hand side of this Special Advanced Fixture, we have the first column as our treble jinx, with game 1 to 14 being forecasted there. Below that is our lotto sequence, where we have alphabet H and I, and that is number 8 and 9. So we'll be looking at all of those, because that's 8 and 9. I think we have something about those particular numbers. Then from numbers 14 to 29, that is our European Qualifiers League. Remember in week 10, we did something about this particular league. I think I'll have to try something out on this day also. Like the match for number 14, we have Bulgaria versus Lithuania. That is not a bad match. If you look at it, it kind of balanced match. Bulgaria don't score that much of a goal, but Lithuania also, they are a small European side, and I think they are both matched. They are evenly matched. But on number 15, we have Czech Republic versus Faroe Island. From the outside looking in, that looks like a home win to me. If it were in those good old days of the Czech Republic, days of, I think there was Czechoslovakia, yeah, now Czech Republic and one other country. So, but they are still they are a footballing nation anyway. They are still a very good side compared to Faroe Islands. So, I will expect a home win there, if anything. Then we have Denmark, Kazakhstan. Denmark should have an edge over Kazakhstan, all things being equal. That's on number 16. While number 17, we have Georgia versus Cyprus. Okay, that is fairly balanced as well. On number 18, we have Hungary versus Serbia. It's not a bad match, if you ask me. That is equally an evenly matched game there. In number 19, we have Italy versus Malta. Nah. Italy will overrun Malta, at least with a goal. If not, because Italy don't score much goals, but Malta is not a footballing side. So I see Italy edging Malta out on that one. On number 20, sorry, we have Kosovo versus Israel. Yeah, a very balanced one. Israel should have an edge, if anything, but Kosovo can use their home advantage to maybe balance this one out. So I'm looking at a possible draw on number 20. On number 21, we have Northern Ireland versus San Marino. Nah, San Marino is the whipping boys of Europe. So they've been beaten by almost every other thing. See Northern Ireland edging San Marino out on this. Norway versus Spain, number 22. Yes, this is fairly balanced. Norway is not a pushover side. Spain is a footballing nation and a nation to reckon with when it comes to soccer. So I see this as a very balanced match because Norway is at home. Then on number 23, we have Poland versus Moldova. When Moldova was at home, Poland couldn't beat them. I think that was what happened in week 10. So I don't see Poland being at home. That may be may use home advantage to edge out Moldova. And the likes of Lewandowski, when you have somebody like that in your attack, you can be rest assured that you can deliver on any time, any day. So, looking at number 24, I'm just trying to give you a rundown of the European qualifiers because I think we did something like this in week 10 and I think we did fairly well. So, we're just looking at the teams, the countries and see how they will fare. Romania versus Andorra on number 24. Romania should edge out Andorra. 25, we have Slovenia versus Finland. Yes, that is balanced. It's not a bad match. Switzerland versus Belarus. 26, Switzerland should be able to edge out Belarus. On number 27, we have Turkey versus Latvia. Turkey at home against Latvia. I don't think Latvia stand much of a chance. Turkey should take the day on this one. Ukraine versus Macedonia. Ukraine has been doing really good in these qualifiers. They held out against England in week 10, if I remember correctly. That's if my memory has been right. So Ukraine at home should be able to edge out Macedonia. While we have the last but not the least in the qualifiers, number 29, where we have Wales hosting Croatia. Wales is not a good side, but being at home, they can hold their own against a Croatia side which have creative midfielders as it were. So that could be a balanced match on number 29. So that's the match you can take from the European side. On the right hand side of our special advanced fixture, we have the shortlist column where we have game 1 to 8 being forecasted there, and below that is our expert trio column with 3 games being forecasted there. We have from number 30 and 31, that is our international friendly match, and on number 30 we have Mexico hosting Ghana, while USA hosts Germany on number 31. While from numbers 32 to numbers 38, that is our Scottish Challenge Cup. Then on numbers 39 and 40, that is our USA Major League Soccer. So those are the 2 matches there. While we have from number 41 to 49, we have the Spanish Football La Liga 2, which is the Spanish Division 2. So those are the matches for this weekend. We're expecting a bumper harvest for this week, as it were. We have wonderful games that are being featured on this week's fixture. We have below the expert trial column, the high score quiz column, where we have box 1 housing number 8, while box 9 is housing number 44, and below that we have the easy column with 4 games being forecasted there. The date of play for these matches are the 14th and 15th of October 2023. And remember, this is week 15, we're in week 15, and our Sunday date of play is 15. That could be a sequence we'll be looking at. And there are so many repetitions in our high score quiz to the expert trial column and as well to the easy column. We're going to be looking at that in our subsequent video. Now let's visit our first sequence for the day, where we'll be showing us the 3 games for 2 draws, which is 47, 49, and numbers 32, and that will be seen from our Right On Football Fixture. Like I said in our paper preview video for last weekend, the pools world, or the pools industry as it were, is becoming very difficult these days, but it's yet winnable. So I stand to say that, and I stand corrected, but I believe in it as well. So for this particular week, we are looking at week 1, 2021. What are we looking at for in our Right On Football Fixture is the placement of number 32 at this spot, the bottom spot of our Group B. When that happens, then you take your group matches. For this week we have 16, 23, and 32. That will definitely give you 2 draws. The next time this sequence did occur, we'll be looking at week 2, 2021. Always try to pay attention so you don't miss out on anything that we do on this channel. We have number 32 at this spot for week 2, 2021, and we have 9, 18, 32. We marked 9 and 18 from the 3 games as 2 games for 3 draws. This also did happen for week 11, 2023. For the week, we have our number 32 in the bottom space of our Group B. Therefore, we have 21, 23, and 32 in the Group B section. We marked 23 and 32 as 2 games, 3 games for 2 draws, and that's exactly what transpired. So the next time this sequence is set, now we'll be looking at week 15, 2023. For the week, we have our number 32 at the bottom space of our Group B. Therefore, we have 47, 49, and 32 at the Group B section, which will now be taking 3 games that was supposed to give us 2 draws. So pen that down now, in case you've not done just that. Pen it down so that you take it seriously, and we're going to be showing you other sequence from this particular movement as well, but this is the first one that we're showcasing. Now we'll be left with showing us how number 2 is a 1 banker draw, proof coming from our Right On Football Fixture, and number 41 as a 1 banker draw, proof also coming from our Right On Football Fixture. But before we do that, let's look through our Right On Football Fixture right now. We have the yellow patches. This is Group A, Group B, and Group C. And embedded in the 3 yellow patches, we have trials in them. On top of that, we have the 5 fortune games. We have game 1 to game 5 being forecasted there. Below the yellow patches, we have the 3 best draws column with numbers 8, 9, and 10. Below that is our fortune box with number 10 in the fortune box. So we can see that number 3 of our 3 best draws, the game box 3, is being repeated to the fortune box, and that's number 10. Below that is our super pair column. We'll have number 1 and 2. Now, this takes us to something. I did show this to our VIP members. I think that was for week, can't remember very well now, maybe week 6 or week 4, thereabout, but they know what I'm talking about now. You have number 1 and 2. If you multiply 1 by 2, that gives you 2. 1 plus 1, it gives you 2. Whenever you have a game here and the answer appears on the right hand side, you know what time it is. So those in the VIP group, they should know what I'm talking about now without exposing too much, but that is a very viable sequence. Below that, we have the compiler X verdict column with game 1 to 10 being forecasted right there. Below the compiler X verdict column, we have the compiler final 4 column with 29, 22, 30, and numbers 39 being written in that column. Then the 4th column in the front page of our Right On Football Fixture is the compiler X selection column. You can see game 1 to game 21 being forecasted there. The game 21 is number 15. That is our week number. So these are some of the ways we're going to be looking at the sequence. While on number 9, we have number 10, which is our fortune box, and also numbers serial numbers 10 and 11, we have 1 and 2 there, and that is the game from our super pair column. So these are some of the ways we use to fish out our draws on this journal. Now let's look at the back page of our Right On Football fixture for this week. The back page of the Right On Football fixture, we have the Expert Gazette column with 27 hook 3, while on top of that we have the key column with number 31. Remember, this particular game here is very dicey almost every other week. Then we have the overseas pools compilers draw statistics column with our letter A to P, and below each of those letters we have trials embedded in each of the letters as presented by the Right On Football fixture. Now we'll be moving straight to looking at how number 41 is our one banker draw from our Right On Football fixture for this presentation. Now we'll be looking at week 1 2021. Before we look at the 41 as a banker draw, let's look at that of number 2 first. How do you get the banker? This is the week when you have number 32 in the middle spot of our group B. Therefore, you go to your compiler X selection column. Your game 11 doesn't fail but to give you a draw. For this week 1 2021, we have number 28 at that spot, and we'll mark it as a draw. The next time it did occur, we'll be looking at week 2 2021. Here we go for week 2. We have number 32 at the bottom spot of our group B. Therefore, our game 11 of our compiler S selection column was number 39, and we marked it as a draw for the week 2 2021. So the next time we'll be seeing this sequence, and we'll have to look at week 11 2023. Here it comes for the week. We have number 32 at this spot. Therefore, we'll go to our game 11 of our compiler X selection column. We have number 2 there, and we'll mark it as a draw for week 11 2023. The next time this sequence is set again is for this week 15 2023. For this particular week, we have 32 at the bottom section of our group B. That prompts us to look for our game 11 of our compiler selection column. We have number 2 at that spot, which we expect to give us a draw for the week, and that's the match AFC Wimbledon hosting Bradford City. Looks like a very balanced match, and from our League 2, the English League 2, so we expect that game to pull through as a draw based on the fact that it's been placed in our game 11 of our compiler X selection column. That brings us to looking at our Pools Telegraph. Remember, we've treated now the 3 games for 2 draws, which is 47, 49, and 32. And if you observe that particular game carefully, it plays a particular spot and it rotates the other position. So I just want you to figure that out on your own, but I believe you can do it. So don't look at the video carefully. That 2 games for 3 draws has a potential for you being able to pick the particular 2 draws involved. So that's the much I can say about that. Now we've shown you that, and we've also shown you number 2 as a one banker draw based off of this particular sequence as well. So the next that we're going to show you now is that of where number 41 as a one banker draw. And also, if time permits, we'll be showing you again this particular number 2 based off of this particular system in another format. So I believe we should be able to do that if time permits. That means we have to rush through looking at the Pools Telegraph. So now let's get right into looking at the Pools Telegraph for this week 15 2023. This is the front page of our Pools Telegraph for the week. On the upper right hand side column with the Dreamland section, we have 22-23. That's our commentary game 1 and 2. We also have below that 40-44. That is our commentary game 6 pair. Then at the mid section here, where we have the 4 draws column, we have game 1 be repeated to game 5. So that is Forest Green, and that seems to be number 22. And we'll be looking at those kind of repetitions from our Pools Telegraph. That's our commentary game 1 being repeated right there for us. Now, at the bottom mid section, front page of our Pools Telegraph, we have such columns as the top tips column. This green patch here, where we have number 23. That is our commentary game 2. That's an unusual repetition. It's not supposed to be in that patch, but it's in that spot. So we'll be looking at that repetition. We will also have the revised treble chance column game 18 being repeated to the bottom 14 of our 14 homes, and that is Edens. So that seems to be number 44. We'll be looking at that repetition critically. These are some of the ways we feature the draws from our Pools Telegraph, and they've been very viable and useful over time. So we'll be looking at page 2 and other pages of this particular journal. This is the inside back page of our Pools Telegraph. We have the 1-2s forecast column. If you look at this game being on the line here, that is number 5. That is Forest Green versus Colchester. And the reason why it is being underlined is the XB rating here is supposed to have a box attached to it, but there's no box. And when they give you an open forecast like this, that means a lot. So which means that number 5 is a potential for this particular week. Keep an eye on it. That's the much I can say about that. But for those who have ears, let them hear what the Spirit says to the house. And I think a lot of persons who have been here with us for quite some time now, they know when we pinpoint some things like this, they utilize it because they know what time it is. Now we have other columns like the triangle column, the Telegraph ground specialist column. These are many much more columns in the inside back page of our Pools Telegraph. At the back page of our Pools Telegraph, we have the correct column with number 39 pairing number 1. We have the cartoon column. Then on the far left hand side, we have the good tidings, good luck column with number 22 pairing number 23. And remember that 22-23 is our commentary game 1 and 2. So those games are really moving around. So this is the much we can actually take from our Pools Telegraph. We'll show you some areas which we expect some potential draws from. So we'll be moving now to showing us the sequence from our Right On Football fixture of number 41 as our one banker draw. Also, we'll be pinpointing number 2 in another way as a one banker draw coming from the back page of our Right On Football fixture. Now let's visit week 1 2021 from that journal to see the sequence. This is the back page of our Right On Football fixture for week 1 2021. And remember, this sequence is the same as the other two we treated before, when you have number 32 at the bottom spot of your group B. That is the setting. Therefore, when you come to the back page, this is your overseas pools compilers draw statistics column. The alphabet G here, you have a triangle embedded in it. The mid game here, where we have number 35, that becomes your one banker draw for the week. That game G there, the middle game, it becomes your first draw. So number 35 was a draw for week 1 2021. Now I want to show us that number 2, which you got from the front page at the back page in another format. What you do is this: you come to the key column where you have 28. Add the individual integer of 28, which is 2 and 8. If you add 2 plus 8, that gives you 10. And in the alphabetic word, 10 is equal to J. Therefore, you go to your letter J. The middle game there becomes your first banker draw, which was number 23. So 23 and 35 from the back page of our Right On Football fixture was 2 draws for week 1 2021. The next time we'll be seeing this sequence, we'll have to look at week 2 2021. We'll repeat the format again and see whether it gives us banker draws as well. Remember, what to do here is no magic, so don't be lazy. When we see anything like this, go back and confirm if it is true. Now, this is for week 2 2021. The sequence set, and in our G column, we have number 1 at the midsection. It was marked as a draw. Then we'll come to our key column where we have number 20. 2 and 0 makes up 20. That's the individual digits. Therefore, if you add 2 plus 0, that gives you 2. And in the alphabetic word, number 2 is letter B. Therefore, if you go to your B column there, the mid game there is number 30. You'll mark that as a one banker draw for that week. So for week 2 2021, we marked number 30 and number 1 as 2 draws from the back page of our Right On Football fixture. So now let's see week 11 2023. This is for week 11 2023. In our G alphabet here, we have at the midsection number 28, and we marked it as a draw. Therefore, if you come to the key column, we have 36. 3 and 6 makes up our number 36. Therefore, if you add 3 plus 6, that gives you 9. In the alphabetic word, letter I equals to number 9. Therefore, if you go to your I column, you have 46 at the midsection, which was marked as a draw. So at the back page of our Right On Football fixture for week 11 2023, we had 46 and 28 as 2 draws, and that's exactly what happened for that week. In case you like this type of video, don't forget to click on the like button. Get subscribed to this channel just in case you're not subscribed yet, or you have seen our video for the very first time. We really do appreciate all of that. Help to share this video to other persons will see them, and join to benefit all that you're getting on this channel, which are basically free of charge. You getting subscribed, you don't pay a dime, it's for free. So do that now as you view this video. Thank you very much. If you want to see the video from the beginning to this time, we really do appreciate all of that. And don't also forget, during the course of our first video, we usually ask our viewers to make a request of a particular video they want to make us do for the extra corner video, which could be the third and final video for the week. Vis-a-vis, if you want us to make the one banker draw video, you can go choose that up as a choice. Or 2, if you want us to make the pair video, that could be your choice. 3, if you want us to make the nap video, you can make that your choice as well. Or 4, if you want us to make the winning line video, you can choose that as your option for the week. The 5th and the last but not the least option is if you want us to make the 5 dead games video, you can choose that as your option. Choose just one option per person, place it in the comment section. We'll read it up and collect at the end of the week. Due to popular demand, we'll make a particular video based on what the viewers ask for. So that's how we usually do it. It's a tradition here. So go along and do that, just that now. Help us as we go along to also help you. Get subscribed to this channel. That is what we really do appreciate. So that we can grow this community. We are doing well, but we can do better. We are 600 plus now. We can get to 1,000 and beyond and keep growing the channel as it were. So help us to be a crusader, help to share these videos, help to make people know about our channel via social media handles so that they too can come aboard and as well get subscribed to the channel. Really do appreciate all of that. While we show you the sequence for this week 15 2023, which we expect to make us pick number 2 and number 41 as 2 good draws coming from our Right On Football Fixture. So here we are for the week 15 2023. In our G column, the mid section, we have number 41. Therefore, we come to the key column, we have 31. 3 and 1 makes up our number 31. So if you add 3 plus 1, that gives you 4. In the alphabetic word, letter D is our number 4. Therefore, you come to your letter D and pick the mid game there, and that gives you number 2. So we've been able to show you this number 2 in two different ways, still off of this particular sequence of having number 32 at the bottom spot of our group B. So we've seen it in 2 different ways now. I don't want to hide anything from you, so that's why I want to push it out there. We also brought out the 3 games for 2 draws. So if you combine all together, that gives you 5 numbers in total, which can form your permutation. Then if you want to do your nap, shine your eye well, you can pick your nap. Even the 4 over 4, if you want to take some little risk and try a 4 over 4 off of this game, you can do that. If you look at the 2 game for 3 draws carefully, you can pick 2 draws out of it and use it to do your 4 over 4 and see how it goes. That could put you in lots of money at the end of the day. Sometimes it's worth taking the risk so that you can appreciate it when you actually do succeed at the end of the exercise. So this is our 4th video for the week. Remember, we'll be coming up hopefully on Wednesday with our main video recording, and after that we'll be collecting your choice of video you want to make us do for the extra corner video and bring that out during the course of maybe Thursday if the late news comes out on time, or we can put that out on Friday. But all things being equal, between Thursday, Friday, the 3rd and final video for the week should be coming out, and we hopefully expect to be in winning ways. Click on the like button, click on the subscribe button to get subscribed to this channel, share this video with other person to see this video, and enjoy all that we're doing here on this channel. Thank you very much. See you in the next video.